How does the knight move? The question that stumped every single chess player. No one can thoroughly explain how the knights move and why they decided to move like that in the first place. Therefore they decided to make a specific chess variant for the horses, and let the people learn the lesson themselves. The rules are very simple. It's normal chess, and pawns auto-promote to horses. This is my first ever cross-derby game, but since the rules are so simple, this is basically normal chess with a different starting position. Unfortunately, there is no disclaimer today. We get a 1689 from America, who is actually a 2000 rated blitz player. I am scared. d4. The plan is very simple. There are only two positions for a possible checkmate. The c2 pawn will defend b3, my e1 knight will defend c2, therefore I will refrain from moving these two things, and keep them as the ultimate defender for my king. Knight e6. Free tempo, let's go. Knight g5. Another free tempo, let's go. I don't know what this guy is trying to do, but at this point I'm sure my winning chance is already a lot bigger than his. But provided he already won a lot of games to get to that elo, maybe he still has some tricks up in his sleeves. Knight takes h3. That is way too greedy. That pawn can't even be promoted, and now that knight is trapped. e4. d6. d6 opens up a free square for no knight to be developed at all, and it also blocked away a precious square for two of his knights to be developed. Well, I mean, he's a 2000, so maybe he was drunk at the moment. Knight d3. Let's go, you filthy animals. c5. Aha. I would love to see an en passant in a variant game, but I also don't want to give up my amazing d5 pawn. So I guess, knight e3. The en passant will have to come in another future video. Knight c7. I will start the fight. e5. d takes e5. Knight takes e5. e5 is the strongest square on the entire board as it attacks both of the king's weaknesses. The same goes for my d4 square. But he'll need at least two more moves to get there, and of course I won't just be sitting tight and let him freely do that. He developed another knight instead. So I need another piece attacking one of the two targets, with g6 looks a lot more doable than f7, and the fastest way to reach there is to use this horsey. It's risky, but there is another knight defending c2 already, and I can't just let this knight stay at home for the entire game. e6. That blunders a king. Knight h4. Now there is physically no way he can stop knight g6 anymore. While didn't even bother to spend his time, and now he has more time than what he started with. A last-ditch effort. No problem. Knight takes d5. Knight g6 fg6 knight g6. Smothered checkmate. This guy was so high rated that I earned a ton of points. But who cares anyway? After the game I immediately played another game because I felt like I didn't understand the variant enough, as it ended way too quickly. That game went way better than this one, and the opponent was way better than this guy. But that game will be saved for another day. For now, cross derby, 100% win rate.